Alec, how's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty well.
We're underway. The Amazon. We started
Yeah,
it last week, episode 1. First impressions, you were digging it.
I was digging it pretty big. It was really great. I liked it a lot.
How
It
were you?
felt
How were
like
you
we were.
feeling after the first episode of Survivor Thailand, though? Were you also digging that?
I I remember being I remember being like kind of like, all right, we got this. I don't know. I in retrospect, I honestly can't say. If you went back and watched the
Go,
episode,
go
I was
back and
probably pretty
watch.
happy.
Yeah.
You could literally go back and watch the episode, see how I was feeling. I don't remember. I seem to remember being a little bit like excited just because it's a new season, but I don't know which way it's gonna go,
hmm
type of thing. So
You were
I'm not
so
sure.
you were so innocent at the time.
I was
You were not exposed to the grind gate. It had not
the,
it had not
the
come
grind
to.
gate. Yeah, it was true.
So what happened in the first episode of note?
Well, we found out that this season it's guys versus girls.
Yeah.
Tambaki versus Jaburu or
Yeah.
Jabaru.
Jabaroo.
Mystery box with a lock. Oh yeah, so there's a mystery box with a lock. That happened. So that's something that's probably gonna be like maybe
Yeah.
hopefully season long, or it'll go on for a little while. That'll be kind of cool. The guys had a really easy time as you would think they probably would with building stuff and getting shelter and getting food. They were doing okay at, and the women were having a really hard time with the getting organized and getting a shelter built. They still have yet to build a shelter as of this episode, beginning of this episode. There's a magic 8 ball in the guys' camp. That's another thing I have.
That was so noteworthy.
It
Yeah.
was terribly noteworthy. But then, okay. So really the only other noteworthy or the other noteworthy thing that happened is that they kind of flipped the narrative on head. That the guys got way too cocky and they ended up losing and blowing a pretty substantial lead in the final challenge. And it was honestly actually probably one of the more exciting challenges in Survivor so far.
Yeah.
It was because they filmed it really well. They made it really exciting, and of course the turnaround and the come from behind. It was just really great.
Yeah. This guy's just horribly messed up the
Yeah,
balancing beam.
big time.
And then Ryan was voted out, the young
Ryan was
strapping
voted out.
lad.
Yeah, yeah. He's a model, I
Oh,
guess. He was
and
a fairly good looking dude.
the dude bro tribal. Never before seen
Oh,
the likes of this tribal council. Yeah.
yeah. Where Jeff is like, "Yo, dude, how hot is she though?"
Yeah, who's the
Like,
hottest in the other tribe if you were to. And then he went down the line, asked like 5 different people, got everybody involved.
yeah.
All right, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll
Well,
just be
we
all
will.
all downhill from here. Episode 2, it's like, wow, this is horrible.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to find out. Well, it
We,
looks like there's going to be another gate on our hands here, so I don't know. We'll
gate,
have to
the
see.
gate is in fruition, but we have some great characters already out there. Some likable people already introduced.
Yeah,
So potential
big
for
time.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, so click the link in the description if you want to go see the highlights of our reaction to it. Oh, I should have said I've seen this. He has not seen this. We're taking him through all the Survivor seasons chronologically. You can go see all the reactions to Survivor Thailand and
Yeah.
the reviews to the first 5 seasons. We're doing it all. All right,
We're trying to.
see you there. Okay, well, I realized I didn't write a single note this time.
Oh, geez, I didn't either. I was enraptured
I don't know what
in that
happened. Yeah, it was like
episode. Yeah, I
it's
don't
been
either.
good so far. We got some juicy stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it was really juicy. Yeah, my bad. Well, the first few episodes of the other one, I didn't write notes, and that was my bad on that one.
I always try to though, and then I just completely forgot to even try. So
Yeah, that's a shame. But this episode was pretty memorable overall, I would say.
Mhm.
We got all kinds of stuff going on.
The whole Christie debacle here
Yeah,
feels like an outsider.
yeah, that's going to be a
Um,
plot thread, I think, for at least the first few episodes here.
Jenna hasn't talked to her even once apparently, so she gave her a nice vote with one N. Um,
Yep.
Joanna talks to her, but not kindly.
Yeah.
And then
And
some of the other women are just lazy. So in the tribe is clearly a mess. There's like 4 different names involved in the
yeah,
voting.
yeah, yeah. So there's no like unity with anyone. No one's really a leader. They say it's Joanna and
Dina.
yeah, it's supposed to be them. I guess are the leaders, kind of,
Yeah.
but they're not really doing any
They're
leading.
not leading, yeah. They're just the
Yeah,
most loud spoken,
yeah. They're just the loud ones
Yeah.
basically, but they're not really leading anyone.
And then
So
the guys, the main thing we saw from the guys is Roger.
yeah,
Uh, Gay
he's got
talk.
he's got a problem with he got a problem with the gays, and then Joanna's got a problem with idols,
Yes.
and I was I was so happy when she was like, yeah, that's just stupid, and then she apparently was unfortunately overheard that, and got all up in her grill about it.
Don't you can't be mad. You're the nutty one.
Yeah, yeah, you don't have any right to be mad. You think that this idol brought a rainstorm, which happens all the time in the Amazon rainforest.
And Roger's like, I don't. If as long as you're not hurting anyone, I don't care what you do. But gay people,
But it's not
if
natural.
they
It ain't,
flaunt it, I don't want to see it.
I don't
First
want
of
to see
all,
that. I don't want to see that, and it ain't natural. And then I loved. It was so funny because he was just like, yeah, well, you don't got a problem with that. He's just like, no, you don't have a problem with that at all. No, not really. He's just like, you can do whatever they want. It doesn't bother me. That's my man right there. And that's the thing is like when it comes to a discussion like that, it's like eventually everything I think should come to a point when if it's not physically harming or doing damage to another individual or an individual that's related to you. Because if it's just like because he's talking about like a random couple. It's like you don't even know it, like a couple guys out on the street holding hands or kissing or something. You don't even know those people. Why should it bother you?
just don't do it around me. But
Just
I'll do my straight things around you though, because that's
yeah,
normal.
because that's normal or whatever. And it's just like
Hmm.
okay, well, that's you can have that opinion, but like
Don't and like
yeah.
don't get me started on deaf people.
Don't even get me started on Asians. I mean, we got one of those on in our tribe, and I don't know what to do with
It's
myself.
like it's fine. He can be Asian. I mean,
Yeah,
that's all him. But just don't be
yeah,
around me. I'm not racist though, so.
yeah.
Uh,
Some people, man, it makes Rudy look like a saint
yeah,
in comparison. You
I
know,
don't know. Yeah,
season one.
I don't
Because
know.
well, the thing about Rudy is just like he was basically like that, except he was kind of humorous about it. He was just like, hey, he's a good man.
It was like
Just like I just
it was
don't
like the
happen to
first
agree
or
with that.
second episode. He was like, "Rich and I are pretty close, not in a homosexual way, of course." But
And then Rich told him at some point, he's just like, yeah, well, whatever, kind of.
yeah,
It
they're
was sort
like both opposite. They're like accepting of the opposite belief. Like he can
yeah,
not like me for being gay. That's fine. It doesn't affect me. And
yeah,
then he's like, I'll I'm with him because I'll give him my word. So,
yeah.
but I don't want to talk to him after the game.
I was gonna be like, please tell me that there's somebody gay on the guy's side
Yeah,
for his sake. I just think that would be
doesn't look
funny.
like it though.
Yeah, no, it's pretty dude bro, and they're pretty pretty all interested in ladies.
They
So,
didn't want to put a gay
but
guy in it with a bunch of guys on a tribe.
I guess this is 2004, so that would be like too much or whatever for them, probably.
But I mean, the first season there was a gay winner, so
Yeah. I mean, but even still, it's just like you don't want to go too far, There's something.
there's a threshold. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what else we have? Oh, ultimately, Janet is voted off
Yeah.
primarily for Granola Gate.
Granola Gate, which we haven't really talked about that, but yeah, somebody said it was in her bag. We don't know if it is or not. We're kind of vague on the details about that, but they found it in the group sort of container. There was a granola bar, or some sort of candy bar or something,
Hmm.
and so it's still a mystery as to what that's all about.
Yeah,
No.
I believe there was no resolution to this even after the season. Like, I looked around. I remember on Reddit after I watched the season to see if there was like any actual answers,
Mhm.
and people are just like mostly conspiracy theories that like production put it there just
Oh,
to spice things up, you know,
okay.
because you don't have any answers, so it's like that's just as possible as anyone bringing it.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's annoying if you don't get an answer to something like that. Just like with the freaking jerky gate in Australian
Yeah,
Outback.
yeah. It's like he said he was just chewing on a leaf, and they were all like, "No, he was horking down some jerky." And it was just like, "Well, was he though?" Like,
We don't know. It's just like
yeah,
so we're taking these people's word against his, and we don't even see like the actual moment of the incident.
yeah,
You know, and we don't see the candy bar or the granola bar coming into play at all. It's just already there,
yeah.
so you never know. So it's like, okay, someone just got voted out for this. Why
Yep.
though? Did
Yeah.
she actually bring it?
Who knows? But she was sick though, so
Right. She
that was
was
another.
maybe she would have got voted out too, but then they would, if she didn't bring that, maybe they'd be more inclined to vote Christie out. You know,
It's true, yeah, because
because you want to
so
vote out those that are different from you.
that's right.
Easiest
Yeah,
way to
and those
progress.
that and those that challenge you on your shortcomings. They're like, hey, hey, I don't like the fact that she pointed out the fact that we're not doing anything. How dare she? Which
Yeah.
is kind of which is essentially what the reaction was. So
Hmm.
it's like, no, I do things. We're doing things. We're building it now. It's like, oh, but not when I was building it, right? So we can do it on your time, but my time is not as important as yours.
Yeah. I just can't get over the fact that Jenna hasn't talked to her. Like,
I
you
can't. Yeah,
there's barely
I can't
anything to
even.
do out there. Like, all you
Yeah,
have is talking.
yeah. That's horrible.
She's
I can't
like,
even. Yeah,
is it just like a popular girl thing? Or she's like,
she's
I
like,
don't associate with deaf girls.
yeah, she's just like, I'm a swimsuit model. I don't need to deal with the commoners.
It's like Jenna actually has only talked to two people in our tribe. Almost
Yeah.
these 5 days.
Yeah, yeah. She asked me to relay messages to everyone.
I'll speak to her and she won't say anything back. She'll just look away.
Yeah, so there's disarray in the women's camp for sure. There's a little bit of discord in the men's camp, but they kind of got their things together this episode.
Yeah,
So
but I mean
even though even
they showed Roger there, so and
yeah,
Rob was saying how he could use this as a means to vote him out.
yeah, they may just.
But we haven't
That's why
seen
you
the
don't.
fruits of that yet.
That's why you don't. That's why you don't do that.
You don't say
You
that,
don't.
no.
You don't say
Even if you
that.
believe that.
Even if you believe that, you don't say that. Because like,
But Roger is one of the classic ones that they have on Survivor so often where they're set in their ways, manly man, very concrete values that like you're not very open to being challenged. They
it's
seem to
okay.
have
Like
this archetype a lot.
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine to have your own personal traditional values, but just because other people have different values than you doesn't mean you can't come together and work together and be friends with them.
Hmm.
And at the very least, if you're not going to be friends with them, work together with them on the tribe.
I mean, it
Well,
seems like
it's
they
Survivor,
will, but if there
Well, they
was
have so
the
far.
true challenge would have been if there was an actual gay guy there, though. That's the test. You know.
Well, then he probably would have stood up and said, "Excuse me."
Yeah, but I mean, then what does Roger say? You know, like that's
Yeah,
the test.
but I don't have
Can
a
you
problem with you.
just don't be you in front of
It's
me?
just all those. It's just,
Yeah,
it's just all those other ones that I don't like.
yeah. Oh, okay. So blindfolded challenge,
Blindfolded challenge.
which did not do well.
No, he was not especially communicative with his team. Joanna did really great. She was like,
This
that
was
was kind of where I was like, man, yeah,
yeah,
she's cool. She's like bringing them together, and then she like immediately followed up with like, I don't like idols. I think we're cursed by it
satanic.
because
Yeah, whatever.
it's idol worship, and God doesn't want to have anything to do with idols. And I was like, well, first of all, we're not in with 1000 BC Mesopotamia or Israel, so there's
Mhm.
that, and also no one is literally worshiping this thing, so
And you came on Survivor
that features idols from these
prominently.
from these cultures,
Yeah.
and oh my gosh, yeah, it was just very fun,
I
very
guess you just like I'll get past
cringy,
I get past the
very cringy.
tribal stages, then it becomes an immunity necklace, so it's not an
Yeah,
idol anymore. So I
right.
just need to get through this phase. Don't touch
Yeah,
the idol.
she had to talk. That's how she decided how she was going on the show. She had
Yeah,
to talk it out and be like with herself and just be like, okay, it's
just
okay.
get to the
Just get past
necklace.
the idol part. Just get to the necklace.
So, any people you're liking or disliking now?
I mean, I like Christy for like standing up for herself, or trying to anyway.
Yeah.
I'm still for Butch. He didn't do very well at that challenge. I do
But
like him though.
Butch is your perfect demographic, so.
He is. He's an old white man. He's
Yeah.
me, basically.
All right. Well,
Right.
next time. I mean, shaping up already off to a roaring start.
This is.
Um,
There's controversy, but it's not like gross feeling controversy, so that's nice.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
yeah. It's
except for the stuff where we're hating on Christy, because
there's always gonna be something.
that's pretty gross. And also just like hating gay people for basically no reason too is kind of gross. So
Yeah, but it doesn't affect me. So.
I mean, it doesn't really affect me either. But I mean, it's
Grindgate
still
didn't
kind of
affect me either, though. So that loomed larger.
like,
But this is a nice change of pace, you know.
yeah, yeah. It's a little
Four different women being voted for in this tribal council. Back to the savage Borneo days,
yeah. That
where
was pretty.
alliances didn't exist.
It's the Wild West right now. It really is. It's kind of exciting, but
It's
we'll see how it shapes up.
how do you get four people in that vote? Like you have to just not be communicating. Just be like, and then people are just like, oh, Janet had a granola bar, and that's what it came down to. People just
Yeah,
happened to align because granola bar was involved. All right, well, next time, keep it going.
we'll keep it
Thank
going. It'll
you.
be good.